What's going on, yogis? This is going to be a gentle yoga flow, and our goal is we're working towards hitting wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. So everything we're going to do today is we're going to be working towards getting there. So it's going to be a pretty big back bend. So we'll be doing some back bending as well as some forward bending too, to make sure we're counterbalancing all of that back bending that we'll be doing later. So if you're ready for this, I want you to just go ahead and join me with a very short breathwork practice in order to get into, be able to create an intention for this flow and today. So I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. I'm not changing anything. Just bring your focus inward. Take a deep breath in for 4. Hold. And out for 4. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. Going into alternate nostril breathing. You're going to put this thumb over your right side of your nostril, your right nostril, and then you're going to put your ring finger onto the other side. You're going to close one at a time. We're going to start by breathing in through the left side. We're going to hold in the middle, and we're going to exhale out through the right. Inhale through the right, hold, exhale out through the left. So let's go ahead and close the right nostril first. Inhale. Close. And out. Inhale. Close. And out. Inhale. Close. And out. Inhale. Close. Out. In. Close. Out. In. Close. Out. In. Close. Out. One more. In. Close. Out. Same breath as earlier. 3-part breath. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. Inhale. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. In. hold, out, in, hold, out. Beautiful work. So you might notice that our inhales were a little bit longer than our exhales here. We do that by taking that breath hold after the inhale. And what that does for us is going to help us, it's going to be a little more energizing. And whenever you're doing back bending as a yoga practice, we are also trying to energize the body. You might notice if you do a lot of back bending, then you try and go to sleep after, it might be really hard because your energy will be coming upwards. So we're trying to kind of link that up together. I actually had a really slow start to my day today, so it's really nice to be able to do a lot of back bending. I'm really looking forward to feeling a little more energized and feeling better, so I hope you are too. So my intention for my practice is to just bring energy in. And I want you to think about, what is your intention for you? As you think of that, I want you to go ahead and get into your cat-cow, tabletop position. You can have your feet planted, and you're going to inhale, extending upwards. Exhale, flexing at the spine. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Inhale, forward. Exhale, pull it back. 3 more. Exhale, pull back. Last 2. And exhale, pull it back. Nice. Setting up for a gate pose. I'm just going to show you from the side. You can do it still pointed forward on your mat. But I'm going to go ahead and let my right foot go out to the side. I'm going to take warrior 2 arms. So just like a warrior 2 on the ground. Go and let your right hand touch the knee as you reach over towards, kind of like a reverse warrior. This is our gate pose. Holding here for a few breaths. Two more. Breathing into the side body here. Last one. And good. Let's let that left hand touch the ground as your right leg lifts. Inhale, reaching forward above you. Exhale, bring that knee towards the elbow together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, coming up. You might feel the hips really working a lot here. If that hurts you, keep the leg a little bit lower and just drop it down from there. The harder version is keeping that elevated and staying long and strong to that lower body. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it back. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Nice, y'all. Go ahead and switch to the other side. So right knee plants down, left foot goes over towards the left side. Getting nice and long here. Holding onto our warrior 2 arms. Looking forward towards the front side of your mat. Or to your right. Nice, y'all. Let's get into that reverse warrior, our gate pose. Left hand touches the hip. Reaching up and back, adjusting your drishti gaze over towards that left side. Feeling that opening onto the side body all through here. Let's take 2 more breaths. Nice, y'all. Last one. And good. Let's let that right hand touch the ground. As you lift up and open, and see if you can lift that left leg up, reaching your left hand forward. Inhale, then exhale, bring it together. Inhale. And exhale, bring it together. Again, if that hurts your hip, drop that left foot lower to the ground. Might be a better position for you. 4 more. Last 3. And 2. Last 1. And perfect. Go ahead and go into our downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the day. Pressing those hips up high. Start pedaling those heels to the ground. Take a few more breaths here. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll forward into upward facing dog. So chin tucked in. Roll 1 vertebrae at a time at the spine. Then come up and forward. Upward facing dog. Pull it back. Roll back to downward facing dog. Hips up. And come forward. Upward facing dog. Nice. 1 more here. You can let the knees touch the ground too if that feels better for you. Chin tucked in. Pull it back, downward facing dog. Roll forward 1 last time. Shoulder blades pull back. And come up, downward facing dog. Pedal those heels to the ground. Slowly start walking your feet forward until you can meet in Uttanasana, forward fold. Letting your body just relax and let go of any tension. Hands to the shin. Inhale, half lift, keeping your chin tucked in. Exhale, reaching down. Inhale all the way up. Hands are coming in front of heart center. Inhale, up and back. Nice strong back bend. Exhale, reaching forward. Just sun salutation A. We'll do 1 more of those. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping your feet back. Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. And coming back, downward facing dog. Pedal those heels to the ground. Few breaths here. Last 1. Good. Coming forward. Holding on to that forward fold. Really trying to let go here, let gravity just pull you. Lengthening the back of the legs. Hands to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, reaching down. Inhale all the way up. Hands are coming in front of heart center. Inhale up and back. Nice strong back bend. And exhale, reaching all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping your feet back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the shoulder blades back. Notice how the spine is able to get upward a little bit more now. And then keep those hands extended outwards, finding a Utthita Balasana. Hands fully extended. Hips stay elevated. Opening up the shoulder space here. And even putting a little bit of pressure into the ground with your hands. Two more breaths. Last one. Good. Coming forward onto a locust, so going onto your chest. It's like a cobra. We're just going to grab those hands behind you, interlacing those fingers. Pull the shoulder blades back and lift up as high as you can into our locust pose. Taking 3 more breaths. Last 2. And 1. It's a nice, strong back bend. So what we want to do now is we want to get a forward bend. So we're going back into our child's pose. This time we're going to go into a twisted child. So right hand comes underneath the body, letting that upper back stretch. When you really reach that right hand towards the left side. If you want a deeper stretch, you can lift that left leg up high and holding here. Two more breaths, finding that length. Last one. And good. Dropping that down, coming forward, back onto our locust. Hands are going to grab back, lift up and open, pull the shoulder blades back, lift those legs, see as high as you can go. Slow, controlled breathing. 2 more here. Last one. And good. Hands plant down. And go ahead and reach that left hand over towards the right side. Twisted child's pose. If you want to get that extra lift, lift that right leg up. Finding your balance. 4 breaths here. Two more. And 1. Nice. Coming into the tabletop and visualize yourself coming up into that downward facing dog. Plant those feet and find that lift. Chin stays tucked in. Pedal those heels. Inhale, right leg straight up. Exhale, right knee to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to the outside. 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Inhale up. Exhale across. Step that foot forward into runner's lunge. Holding here, staying long through the body. I want to elevate a little bit higher. Grabbing those hands together, finding a twist towards that right side, twisted lunge. Two more breaths. Last one. And good. Let's tilt the back foot towards the front edge of the mat. You might want to walk that foot forward a little bit too. Finding a nice strong position for a warrior 1. Hands are going to lift all the way up, pressing those hips open. Two more breaths. Last one. Good. Pressing into a pyramid pose. So leg goes nice and straight. And pressing those hips back towards that back wall. Finding a nice lengthening in the back of the legs here. go for 2 more breaths. Last one. Good. Tilt this left foot forward into our hatha lunge. Holding those hands back and down. Shoulder blades pull back. Deep breath in here. Exhale, lift that knee. Flexing the foot upwards. Finding a nice strong balance. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull that foot back into hatha lunge. Shoulder blades pull back. See if you can open up a little bit more with that chest coming up. Slight back bend. Deep breath in. Exhale, find that lift. Again. You can tuck the knee in. You can stabilize if you want to. Do that one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, step it back into our hatha lunge. Pull the shoulder blades back, open up. You can even grab those hands behind you if you want a little bit extra chest opening. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming up. Whoop. Finding your balance. Grabbing that knee in. And seeing if we can grab the inside of the left foot as we come forward into our dancer. Pressing that foot into the hand, reaching those hands forward, and really making sure your hips can go a little bit more balanced together. You just don't want to be too open towards one side. Nice, y'all. One more breath here. And exhale. Foot goes back. And float the other foot back. Drop into that chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Utthita Balasana again. Nice steady breathing. 2 more breaths. Last one. Good, y'all. Coming into that tabletop. And from here, you're going to see yourself coming up to that downward facing dog, and then go ahead and press those hips up high. Pedal those heels. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to the outside of the left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, across again. 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Nice. Step that left foot forward. And adjusting that right foot to point upwards. Should go into runner's lunge, just kidding. Holding onto that runner's lunge first. Staying elevated with the chest, shoulder blades back. Just making sure you're paying attention. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands together, finding that twisted lunge. Opening up. Feeling the glute engagement as well. A few more breaths. Last one. And good. Now spiral that right foot so it points towards the front side of the mat, the top right. Adjusting your foot position so you can find a nice, stable back foot. You want to have that foot all the way down and open up here. So I might want to get a little bit longer with my stance. Trying your best to keep that heel onto the ground. Opening up here. One more breath. And exhale into pyramid. So keeping the foot position the same. And press those hips back. Let's get a few more breaths. Two more. Last one. Good. Let that right foot spiral upwards so it's pointed straight forwards and go into our hatha lunge. Letting those hands come back and down. Chest opens up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Lift it upwards, finding a nice balanced mountain. Deep breath in. Exhale, step that leg back. You can go ahead and lock those hands back. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. Open up the chest, heart space. One more breath. Exhale, coming up. You can grab onto that knee. You want to feel extra balance. Deep breath. Exhale, step it back. Opening up the chest. Grabbing those hands together if you want that extra lift. And come up one last time. Right over here, tucking the knee into the chest. If you can, let's go and grab the inside of the right foot as you press the foot into the hand and reach that hand forward. Left hand forward. Two more breaths. Last one. And good. Stepping that foot back and down. Dropping Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into our Utthita Balasana, child's pose. Hips a little more elevated. Hands fully extended. One more breath. Good. Coming forward, planting those feet onto the ground, grabbing your hands behind those heels. If you can do this one, we're going to camel, which will be just like this, and opening up that heart space, up and back. If you can't do that one, just go ahead and hit a high cow position, getting a little bit more of a back extension. Okay, so if you want to meet into our camel, you can go here, plant those feet, and then grabbing behind those heels. You can also keep those feet flat, that's accessible to you, or go into that extended cow hold. One more breath. And good. Nice job. Just working our body, getting our body ready to go into that wheel. It's going to be really nice when we get there. Go and tuck the knees into the chest. Feel free to move the knees around in a circle or up and down, massaging out the back. Deep breath in. Exhale, pressing up into our first bridge. And from here, go ahead and let those hands touch down. Interlace them together. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. Hands fully extended. Nice. One more breath. And good. Go ahead and tuck this right knee in. Left leg goes out. You can let that foot go flat. Pull it over towards the right side. Then all the way back and over towards the left. Right hand fully extends out. One more breath. And good. Let's do the same thing with the left side. Tucking the knee into the chest. You can let that right foot go flat. Pull it open towards the left side. And back over towards the right. Left hand goes fully extended over. Nice, y'all. One more breath. And good. All right. Going to press up into a bridge again. Keep your feet a little bit closer this time. So we can go up higher with this bridge. Really important that we can get a nice hip extension. You can go ahead and press those hands into the hips and lift onto those toes. If you want to get a bigger hip extension here, supporting your hips. Nice, y'all. One more breath. And good. Let's go and tuck those knees into the chest. Right through here. Give you an option. If you want to go to plow pose, you can grab behind those calves and then pull yourself a little bit lower to the ground and straighten out those legs if you can. Just finding your balance. Nice. One more breath. And good. Letting your hands and feet come forward. So we're going to go ahead and set up for our wheel pose. With this one, you want to make sure we get a nice foundation first with the feet. All right, so we don't want to be too close. And we don't want to be too far. If we're too far, it's going to put too much pressure into the hamstrings. We're not going to be able to get up too high. Okay, so we want to make sure it's a nice strong foundation. I like to think about going into close to a 90-degree angle all throughout here. And I want to make sure that my knees don't come inwards. If your knees come inwards, it's going to prevent you from going up higher. You want to press them out so you'll be able to get a little bit more of those glutes too. With the hand position, I like to keep my hands a little bit closer because I am trying to get my arms as long as I possibly can. If you are struggling to open up the chest and the shoulders, then it might be better for you to go into a wider position just out here, and that might feel a little more accessible for you to lift yourself up. And in that position, I can't go as high, but it does feel like my body is a little bit more open. Since I'm trying to get a little bit more height on it, I like to go a little bit closer in here. And just making sure you find whatever feels comfortable for your wrist. When I'm doing like a crab position, just like this, I typically feel better out to the side. But for this one, for the wheel, I like to have my hands a little bit more straight. All right, so let's go and get ready for that. You want to first start off by getting into your bridge, placing those hands close to your shoulders or whatever feels comfortable for you. Engaging those hips up, and when you're ready, finding that lift. Dropping that down when you're ready. So I have a few clients that I've been working with, and it's been a little bit harder for them to get that extension. I'm honestly really working on that too. So I try it, doing it up against the wall. Great way to do that. But I also use something like this just to get a little bit more elevated. You're not going to get your hands fully extended with this one, with this apple box, but it is going to help you get that extension from those hips. Okay? So if you don't have this, like an apple box, kind of use it for photography primarily, but you can also use a stair. So just like one small step and using that to help you lift. It's going to help you adjust your angle. So with this one, luckily I can grab onto the side. If you are doing that on a staircase, you would just put your wrist like this. You might notice I'm not going to get my hands fully straight, but I might be able to lift up a little bit higher. So let's take a deep breath in here. And exhale, I'm balancing my head on there. All right. So overall, my arm isn't fully straight, which is what I'm trying to work on right now, but I'm still able to get my hips even higher than before when I'm just doing it onto the ground. So it's going to help that back bending portion of the wheel. All right, y'all, so I hope this is helpful for you. Hopefully you had a great yoga class. I hope you're really feeling better. And I hope you can continue working on this beautiful movement that you can take into your yoga classes. So I'm sending you a big old peace sign and lots of love. I appreciate you. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.